Hello everyone and welcome back to Foundation. This is episode 2. I appreciate the feedback that I got from last video. I had a concern about the audio quality. I'm not an audio person myself, but once it was pointed out to me, it didn't sound the best. So I do appreciate that feedback. I did get a new microphone and moved location, so hopefully there are no longer any echoes. So thanks to the guy on Reddit who pointed that out to me, and if anybody has any feedback, to make it sound better, to make the content better, anything like that, please just let me know. So as you can see, we are already lacking space for housing, and the reason we're lacking space for housing is because we just unlocked the residential zoning. So what we're going to do is start by zoning some houses for these folks. We talked about it a little bit last time, but you can see all this red area is places they do not want to live. So we're not going to assign any housing areas over there just because it's next to the stonecutters camp there, and I wouldn't want to live there either. So the one thing I'm not sure about, I'm not sure if when they build their houses, they will build their houses and just kind of get rid of these trees. I'm not sure if we get those resources, if the woodcutters or the builders or whoever it is actually pick those up and take them to, well, I guess they wouldn't have anywhere to store them because we haven't built a warehouse. So let's go ahead and do that. We actually have to unlock that from the labor estate panel, which is up here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Fantastic, warehouse is now available. So we are going to build one of those. I think it would make sense to build one near the stonecutter's hut so they can put their stone in there. And we're just gonna stick that right here. There we go, we have a new quest, which is to raise our villager status to commoner. Oh, we also have a new quest to unlock a trade route to get some tools. We are gonna need those here soon. One of the cool things about this game is the fact that they can just build their houses wherever they want, as long as it's within the residential area. And you know, this isn't a flat elevation, but they're sort of building it into the hillside, which I think gives it a nice visual element here. And there's another one going up right there, right next to the market, which is, it looks really cool. So now that we've got our houses going and we've got our warehouse set up here. So the one thing that we are going to need for this is planks. So we haven't started making planks yet. Reason being, we don't have a sawmill. So we're going to go ahead and put a sawmill down. We're going to need to put a sawmill probably, I'm going to say probably, well, definitely along this road, but it would probably be better if, yeah, let's go ahead and do that by the warehouse here, so that the sawmill person, whatever, carpenter, oh yeah, that's what they're called, carpenter, can just go ahead and grab that straight from the warehouse. And I think, I don't want to take too much space away from the residential area, but I think that, yeah, that's still within the zone that we don't want to put houses anyway, so we might as well have the sawmill right there. So I'm going to go ahead and prioritize that, just so that we can get that going, get the warehouse going maybe a little bit faster. Luckily, houses, you know, they're important, but, somebody without a house for a while isn't necessarily going to leave. They're not going to, get cold or anything like, some of the other games that I think maybe inspired this one a little bit. Things like Banished, games like that, where if they don't have houses, they freeze. Luckily, it does not work like this in this game. So we're going to wait on the sawmill to be constructed. And I think we've got a couple new villagers. Let's see if we have them assigned anywhere. No, we've got 2 unemployed people, so we're going to go ahead and assign Otto to pick some berries. And you can see our market stall is working pretty well. We still got to get these trees all cleared out. Hopefully they'll get on that soon. Oh, perfect. We've got 2 new villagers joining our village. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and get another woodcutter there, get the wood started a little bit faster over here. And I'm going to speed the game up a little bit just so we can get some stuff going. Let's see, stone. We've got 37 stone. We might not need quite so much right now. Although I know these houses do require stone. Let's see, no, they don't. They just require wood. Perfect. So I'm actually going to take somebody off of this, if I can click it. There we go. We're going to take them off of that. and have them go and cut some wood. So we started constructing the sawmill. Emily, our old friend Emily, is bringing the logs. We don't have a lot of logs, so we're just gonna. Yep, no, we're maxed out on people that we can put there. So really just a waiting game at this point. I think I mentioned last episode, early game feels a little bit slow. Late game, a lot of times I feel like I've got to slow the game down because so much is happening at once. So Forester Camp is now unlocked. Reforestation is available, so if I set up a camp, I might go ahead and do that actually. If I set up a camp, Forester Camp, and I assign a zone to reforest, they will plant trees, and then if we also set that as an extraction zone, our woodcutters will go ahead and, cut those trees down once they're grown. So I think we'll do that here in a bit, not quite yet. We want to assign some more housing space. They've got housing space. I thought they could build here, maybe not. We'll have to go ahead and test it. Maybe it's a little bit too close to that. Nope. They're gonna build there. They're not gonna like it, but they'll build there. You can also see like the desirability ratings. They do matter. I think they matter in terms of upgrading, things like that. I'm not entirely sure. The funny thing here, you can see these folks are just standing there. If their house is not completely built, they can still fulfill their house, requirement need. I think, or they at least try to, and they just go and stand in the empty lot, usually on the same tile, which is pretty comical. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. He's working and preparing to work. He's apparently supposed to be building that. Doesn't really look like he's doing a whole lot. Says he's working. Oh, there he goes. These character models, their eyes are a little weird sometimes. So I try not to zoom in too close. Hopefully, maybe eventually, maybe some of the changes that are going to come out are eyelids for the villagers, because I think, just the unblinking stare is a little off-putting occasionally. So, how far along are we on this sawmill? Almost done. This guy is bringing over the remaining wood. Still got some houses going up. We got some berries in the market, 40 berries in the market. Or we're getting even more villagers. So it's a good thing, but I also a little worried about food production. I mean, we're not going through it super fast, but they added this a new situation, new scenario, if you will, about storms. And so, boy, we just got a lot of things happening here. Before we talk about the storms, let's go ahead and put somebody on planks. Let's put 2 people on planks. Well, no, we don't. I guess they're not here yet. They do have to travel all the way from the edge of the map before we can actually assign them places. So the storms are, they're simulated storms. They're not graphically implemented into the game yet. So with the latest update that was this month in July, they added simulated storms, which really decrease the amount of food that you can produce. Woodcutter cannot find accessible resource in zone extraction. Oh, look, they cleared all that out. Perfect. I thought we had made that a little bit bigger. So we're going to clear all this out, make room for the market. We're going to leave some trees here, just to have a little bit of a visual separation between, between the residential zone and, all these industrial sort of buildings. So they're going to go ahead and get started on that. So these storms, they actually cut down your food production by about 90%, which is actually really difficult to keep up with. It boosts your fish that you catch by 50%, I think it is, but it's still really, really difficult, and it's kind of an odd situation because visually nothing changes. Everything is still really nice and sunny, but when you go over here, you actually have a 90% reduction in food, so it looks like we are still lacking space for housing. They are really wanting to expand, so let's see if we can actually buy any additional tiles here. Let's see, territory. No, well, we can, but I don't actually have the gold, as you can see here, and I don't think I want to spend that kind of money right now, so we're just going to cram people in here as best we can, maybe put some houses on this side of the industrial area. Here we go. You guys can build on the side of that cliff if you choose to. It does not seem like they want to. They might be a little far away from a market, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, you know, kind of the best scenario for these people. Like, is there a certain amount of distance they want to be from the market, the wells, the churches, that sort of thing? I'm not sure if that matters. Certainly seems like they don't want to live in this area, though. Let's see, we've finished a house. We're having new people join. We still gotta unlock this trade route, but they are building the warehouse here. Just waiting on some more planks. Let's see if we can add another person. We are gonna need some planks in the future, so it's not a bad idea to just go ahead and start stockpiling now, because we are gonna need those for future buildings. This guy is just standing in his house with his little apple basket. He's... oh, no, there was two guys there. Okay. I was wondering why they were shaking a little bit. Here we go. He's just spending an awful lot of time just standing. She's building the house around him, literally building it around him. So raising our status to commoner, we are going to need to do a couple more things for that. I think we have to build a church, maybe? Yeah, I think we do have to build a church. So we can do that. Okay, yeah, a rustic church. Alright, so I think... let's click on these people. They do need... okay, so they are missing out on churches. So we are going to have to find a space to cram this little church in. Maybe we can fit one right in here. Let's see if we can. So I love the way that they do this. Like, I love... I don't think we can fit that in. Well, maybe we could. Maybe if we do it right here, just kind of come out this way. But I love that some of these, what they call monuments, you can really customize. And there's different levels. So this is the first one, a rustic church. Then it's regular church. And then it goes all the way up to a monastery. And you really can just, you know, build these however you want to. So I don't really want to cram this in here, but realistically, when we upgrade later, we are probably going to lose a rustic church or two in the process. So I'm going to go... I really don't like that there. Maybe if we put it closer this way. Yeah, let's put it over on this side. Maybe it will convince some people to live over here. As you might have seen up here, we can actually unlock additional parts with extra splendor. We actually need to start building a church to get any sort of splendor at all. So we're going to go ahead and just do that. So these are wooden extensions. Let's get that out of the way. Wooden extension A, wooden extension B. I think these look pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the thatch roof. I mean, I like it for what it is. Oops. I also like the snapping of this. And I like that you can kind of like, you can snap like in weird ways. Like you can put everything on angles, or you can turn snapping off and really just place, you know, place anything anywhere you want, which is awesome. But I do like the snapping. I do like the symmetry of it. So we're just gonna put those here, and as you can see, we actually are raising our capacity of the church when we add additional things. So we're gonna stick that. Whoops. I talk about how great the snapping is, and then it's just not working. Alright, so we are also gonna need a door. Let's move this back this way just a little bit. We're gonna need a door. That one matches. I like that. Let's see what else we have. Just a simple door here, which is nice. And a really long door. I think we're gonna go with the first one. Just keep it simple. It does match. I like that. So you can see we have a core, which is this big part, and we can chain several of these together if we wanted to. We can even, I think we can still build outside the, yeah, you can still build outside the map here for some of these monuments, which is a little weird. I do hope they fix that. Let's see, small tower A, and small tower B. I think we're gonna go with the A again, just pretty matchy-matchy. You can also pull that up like that. You can pull this super high, you know, make different, you know, sizes of buildings, which is really cool. I like how this, you know, it's simple, but it really does allow you to customize the more important buildings in your church. That might be a little too high. There we go. Alright, so we are going to need a whole lot of things. So we were talking about those planks earlier. This is really necessary here. We don't have a lot of tools though, so I might go ahead and start that, but pause it and see if that warehouse, I didn't even see if the warehouse was done yet. Yes, it is. All right, so in order to set up a trade route, I paused it and they're still grabbing things to put there. So maybe the pausing just means that they're not gonna work. Oh, no, there it is. I guess it just takes a little time to kick in. Let's see, so we gotta go to trade. We need to, oh no. Oh no, we need to unlock the trade route for 20 planks. All right, well, I messed up. So we are gonna have to really get working on this sawmill here. And we just have more people standing in each other and in houses that are unfinished. Oh yeah, we've got 3 people just standing on the same tile there. They've even got a little pathway into their house. I kind of wish they would do something about, you know, like do something about that. Maybe not, you know, have people need or use the houses until they're actually done, because I think it just throws the immersion off a little bit. You kind of get lost in the fact that all of these people are just standing, just you know, around scaffolding and things like that. It's super weird. But anyway, let's go ahead and people can store wood there, and stone, and planks, and part of setting up a trade route, you actually have to have a warehouse that accepts it, and you need to assign a villager to that. So the villager will go and grab the resources from the different workplaces. A woodcutter could not find accessible resource zone. Alright, that could also be why we do not have any planks. So we have completely extracted everything that we wanted to out of these areas. Just like that. So we probably are going to want to set up that reforestation really soon. Because I do like leaving, I don't like clear cutting everything, I do like leaving a little bit of foliage. I do think that it, you know, makes the game look a little bit prettier, just to have these, you know, little groves of trees. I think it's just a beautiful game. Even though that carrying animation, some of these animations are super cute, but a little funny. So apparently this guy's got some bread and some fish, even though we don't have those yet. But good for him. So we've got some new villagers coming. A lot of people working on stuff. Still, I'm really hoping they're not putting all those planks. No, they haven't. So just those 13 that they, I guess, you know, immediately picked up. They heard we were building a church, and they ran for the sawmill to get all the planks. How thoughtful of them to do that. So I think we might just leave this episode here for now. Next time we are going to work on raising our villager status to commoner and finish unlocking that trade route. Right now it's a whole lot of hurry up and wait until we can get these, you know, the logs going, get the reforestation set up. So I will leave that for next time. Again, please leave any comments, questions, you know, feedback in the comment section. That would really mean a lot to me. Hopefully you guys find this audio a little bit better than last episode. The lovely gentleman on Reddit said that it sounded like I was in a well. So I'm really hoping that you know, everything's fixed this time. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do better. I really appreciate you guys watching this. Leave a like if you do enjoy the video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.